Fabric, 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 fabric. Hey Stitchers, it's your girl Kris. Welcome on in if this is the first time that you're finding my videos. Like girl, where have you been? Thank you so much for clicking to join today's video. If you happen to be an OG, then welcome back. I have a fabric haul for you guys today. And when I tell you I have a haul, you guys, I mean it. I have at least a dozen, if not more, pieces of fabric that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to actually get through all of it looking like this because, fun fact, I just got off a flight. I had to travel for work and I used the opportunity to grab some fabric. I'm just getting home and I was unpacking my suitcase and I figured, why not just hop on real quick and show you guys what I got. Now, the likelihood is my kids are going to interrupt me before I get to the end. So it might mean that I have to stop the video and resume at a later date. But hey, let's get started. So the first piece of fabric I want to share with you guys is this one. This one is a plain, boring blue piece of linen fabric. No, I'm not really so much into solid fabrics. If you have been around my channel for any time at all, you would have known that I am true a print girly. But I'm trying to get more into sewing up solids because I have found that getting dressed has become even more difficult when I want to wear separates. When I'm wearing a dress, no problem whatsoever. I put on a dress, I can go. But when it comes to mixing and matching my prints when I'm wearing a top and some sort of bottom, I'm finding it a little bit more challenging to come up with more outfits, I guess, with the fabrics and the patterns that I currently have in my wardrobe. So it's time for me to be a sewing adult and to incorporate some solids into my wardrobe. No, I'm not quite sure what this is going to become. I think I got, was it 2.5 or 3 yards of this fabric, but it is a gorgeous linen. It's quite heavy and I can see this being made up in a really nice pair of slacks. Now that I'm becoming a little bit more comfortable with sewing trousers, I might go ahead and give a new pattern a try. No, I did buy the Protea, not Protea, is it Paradise Patterns Protea trousers? Yes, I think that's right. I did buy that trouser pattern ages ago, you guys, but I have done absolutely nothing with it. And I feel like this fabric might just be the prime time for me to break out that pattern and give it a go. But we shall see. Maybe by the time I get around to sewing up this fabric, maybe my mind would have changed, who knows. But for now, that is what I have in mind for my solid blue linen fabric. Now, since we're talking about solids, I may as well go and show you guys this one. This is a piece of airflow, you guys, and it is a solid black piece of airflow. And if I'm not mistaken, I got 4 or 5 yards of this fabric because I feel like I want to make a matching lounge set. Now, the first time I sewed with airflow, I made a chalk and notch area that I hacked by omitting the elastic. And I tell you, I wear that blouse on repeat. Wash, wear, repeat. That is how much I love it. And so I could not resist the chance to grab some airflow. And they really did have a variety of colors. But I said to myself, Kristen, let's go with something simple, something that can be very versatile. And so in the end, I went with black. Now, if you have any ideas about what I can make in terms of a matching lounge set with this fabric, then drop me a comment down below and share your recommendations with me. The last time I made a lounge set, I did forget to mention that I had a piece of that airflow left over and I made the foxy boxies. Actually, I think I have a full video here on the channel about that accidental lounge set. If I can find it, I'll go ahead and pop the link in right here. I loved it and I feel like I need some more pieces like that in my wardrobe. So help your sis out. Come on, drop me a comment and let me know. Now, on the topic of airflow, of course I caved and bought a second piece, and this one in a much more vibrant color. I went with this purple color. Now, purple happens to be my favorite color, but I don't have a lot of it in my wardrobe. I don't even know what the reason is, but I saw this and I was like, ooh, this is pretty. And I actually thought that this purple went with a purple shade in one of the printed fabrics that I bought, and I thought if I happen to make that one into something like a skirt, then I could make a matching blouse to go with it. But don't hold me to it because I'm not 100% sure right now. I think I only got 2 yards of this one though, but I feel like I could get lots of blouse options with that 2 yards. And I feel like I need a new Bandcamp shirt. The Love Notions Bandcamp shirt. I do have one iteration in my wardrobe. I wore it recently and discovered that I need to tweak the pattern ever so slightly. It's one thing like when you make up a pattern and you try it on and it feels great, but after you wear it for a little while, then you can kind of discover whether there's something that you can do to it to make it better. And having worn the Bandcamp shirt very recently, it's like in my mind right now that I do need to increase the length of my upper back bodice, maybe like a 1/4 inch or so, just for a little bit more wiggle room at the back bodice so that it doesn't slip back down my back. I really, really hate that. I had done a ton of modifications to it, but I feel like making this additional alteration is going to make this pattern much better for my body. So who knows, maybe this fabric will become a Bandcamp shirt. Again, we'll see. Now, the last piece of solid fabric that I have is loud, you guys. It is gorgeous. Like, if I have to do solid fabrics, I want them all to be like this because I could not resist the urge to buy this one. Oh, look at this. Isn't she gorgeous, you guys? This is actually a twill fabric, so it's quite heavy. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to have to think very long and hard about using this fabric because this is one of those beauties that I definitely do not want to risk messing up. Now, I feel like these could make a really, really nice pair of trousers once again. It could make a really, really nice blazer because it's nice and heavy. And being a twill, I feel like it will take the interfacing quite nicely. Those are two of the things that I have in my mind at the moment. But we will see. I'm going to pre-wash all my fabrics as I always do, fold this one up in particular, and let her cool out in my stash for a while, I think, until I can figure out the perfect pattern to pair with her, because I really, really, really love it. Now, out of all of the solid fabrics that I got, this one definitely has to be my favorite because, as I said, like, this is my personality in a color. Really, really bold, can be quite shocking, and not everybody's cup of tea, but we're fine with that. So yeah, I love it. What do you guys think? Would you wear this color? I mean, I know a lot of you are probably thinking like, wow, I could never, especially if you're heading into like fall and winter, wearing something like this. As a matter of fact, you know, this in a coat would be gorgeous. I mean, and maybe it's not going to be warm enough because it's a twill, but this color in a coat, I would totally do that if I live somewhere where it actually got cold because it's hot. It's really, really hot. You can see, look at this. I'm sweating. I'm standing in front of my light and I'm sweating. Whew, jeez. Now, those are all of the solid fabrics that I got. So time for us to have a little bit more fun. Let me show you guys some of my printed fabrics. Right, so the first print I want to show you guys, look at this. Look at this, you guys. I'm having a moment with green these days. Like, I'm really, really into green. And I make no apology for it. It is gorgeous. I don't know what younger me was thinking about when she did not like green as a color. But older me, I am embracing all of the shades of green. I love it. And I saw this and I was like, ooh, this is stunning, you guys. And I think I got maybe 4 and a bit yards of this one because it was what was left on the bolt. I actually had asked for 3 yards of it and the girl was like, I can't cut it. Sorry. You either have to take all of it or leave it. And I was like, put it to the side. Let me see what else I have going on. And then I will think about it. You guys, before she even finished cutting the rest of my fabric, I was like, girl, get me this fabric because I'm not leaving this store without it. It is gorgeous. Now this one is a rayon, I think. Was this one a rayon? Or was it a printed fail? Is that how it's pronounced? I'm not even sure. It might have been a printed fail. whatever it is gorgeous. And I have quite a bit of yardage of it, so I can actually make a maxi dress. Usually when I think about making a maxi dress, I don't end up having enough fabric because I tend to only buy like 3-yard cuts of fabric most times. Most times I have no idea what my fabrics will become, and I feel like 3 yards is like my comfortable spot. I can get most of the things that I want out of 3 yards, except a full maxi skirt like with lots and lots of volume. And so this is the perfect candidate for said dress. I'm thinking off the top of my head, maybe the Chalk and Notch Marcel dress. I have been thinking about that one over and over. And I recently saw Bird of Yoga Bird Sews. She is here on YouTube as well. She made up this dress and I saw it over on her Instagram. I was like, ooh, Kris, you really need to get this one from out of your pattern stash and into your wardrobe because chef's kiss. So maybe you guys, just maybe, I might make the Chalk and Notch Marcel out of this fabric. Now, the next print I want to talk about, this one is definitely a rayon. I can feel it right off the bat. And it's more greens. I told you guys I was in my green bag right now. So, look at this beauty. Like, isn't she gorgeous? I love this. This is fantastic. These greens and these blues, these are definitely on my color card. In case you did not know, I am a Twilight Winter. I had my colors professionally done by Your Color Guru. And if you are interested in finding out what your best colors are, then go ahead and check out Your Color Guru and use my discount code. It is on social. I'll pop it here on the screen, and that can save you guys 10% off your color analysis. I know it is a little bit pricey, I guess, but look at it as an investment. Knowing your best colors definitely is a life changer, at least it is in my view. It really changed the way I shop for fabrics. Now, when I go to the fabric store, I can sort of eliminate those fabrics that are not my best colors. I mean, I could buy them if I really wanted to, but when I look good, I feel good. So let's do more of that, maybe. Anyways, this one, gorgeous. I think I got 3 yards of this one, and I have no idea what I'm going to make with it, but she is in my stash, so eventually she will get sewn up. All right, next up, we are switching colors, I guess, and we are now into the reds and pinks. Oh, I love this, you guys. I really love this. Again, I think this one might be a printed fail, if I'm not mistaken. Is that even how you pronounce it? Fail? File? Fali? I don't know, whatever. But I love this, you guys. I love it. And she has some really nice drape. And I just think she's gorgeous. It has like some diamantes or something like that on the print. And I just feel like this is going to be stunning made up, probably as a dress. Like, this could even make some like over the top pajamas, you know, those outside inside clothes, or the inside outside clothes, whatever. You know, that whole vibe where you had a pair of trousers and a matching top in the same print? That I can see in this. Whether that will actually happen is left to be seen. I think I only have 3 yards of this, and I like my trousers to be long. And I am 5'8.5" and I do carry a lot of length in my trousers. So I typically have to lengthen the inseams quite a bit. So I say all that to say, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough fabric to pull off that look with this one, but we will see. As with everything else that I've shown you guys already, we will see. Right, sticking with that color theme, the next one I want to show you guys is going to be perfect for Valentine's Day. Whether I will actually sew her up before then, who knows? Maybe. Look at her. It is gorgeous. This has like a pink base with some red hearts, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty. That's cutesy. I think this one is a rayon, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, she feels like a rayon. She feels like a rayon. She drapes like a rayon. And what do they say about a duck? If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it's a duck. Well, you guys, this is a rayon. And I love her. Once again, I have zero idea of what this one will become. But she wasn't going to stay in the store. Like, it was obvious that she had to come home with me. So we'll figure it out eventually. Righty-hoo. This I'm going to show you guys now is the only piece of knit fabric that I got. You guys, I am a woven girly through and through, but I have been experimenting a little bit more with sewing knits. But I do have a secret project coming up in the next couple of months, and I knew that I would need a piece of knit fabric, and fingers crossed this one will do the trick. I'm not very knowledgeable, admittedly, when it comes to sewing knit fabric, so we will see. But this is the fabric. Now, these colors are not really on my color card. At least they aren't all on my color card, especially like this orange. But when I was going through the knit fabrics that they had in the location that I was at, I didn't find many that felt nice. Like, a lot of the fabrics felt very thin, and I could easily see my machine chewing them up. And I didn't want that. I wanted something that felt a little bit beefier. And this came the closest to what I envisioned. So I went ahead and got it. It is for a special project, as I said. But I mean, it's cute. The print is really, really nice. And as I said previously, even if it's not in my colors, I can wear it. Like, I can wear whatever color I want to wear. But I like to feel my best. And having the colors that best suit my skin tone and complexion and undertones and all that jazz really has changed my life. And like, once you start embracing that, I guess it's kind of hard to go backwards. But anyways, I am going to make up the dress in this fabric. So stay tuned for that one. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, now would be a great time to subscribe, because when I go ahead and share that video, well, once I make up this dress, take my pictures and all of that, and then share the video, then you guys will be the first to know. So hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and come chill with your girl. All right, so I bought this fabric and I actually have a project in mind. It is this tie-dye beauty right here. Now hear me out on the tie-dye. A couple years ago, I bought a tie-dye cotton fabric, and I used that one to make, it was a simplicity pattern. Like, I can see the picture of the envelope, but I can't remember the number. I'll go ahead and have a look for the envelope, and then I'll pop it in here. But I made that one up for my auntie, and then I was really regretting it. I loved it. I was like, ooh, it is so impactful, very simple, but packs a punch. And I always wanted to remake that very same dress in another tie-dye print. So when I saw this one, even though they're not all in my colors, a lot of them are in my colors. A lot of these jewel tones are great for me. And so I had to go and snatch this one up. I think I got 3 yards of this fabric, and I don't see me changing my mind on that one. I feel like this fabric is destined to become that dress. When will I get to actually sew it up? Who knows? But the point is, I can know because I do have the fabric. So yay! Whew, you guys, I feel like I've been talking forever and ever, and I still have more fabric to show you. Now this one, I don't remember what it is. I really don't, but it might be a printed chiffon or something. Look at this. And then it has this border print. I'm like, oh, big floral and stripe. Perfect combination. Now, I did only get 2 yards of this one because I feel like she needs to be a blouse, like a pullover blouse, something with very minimal style lines, because this is going to be an itch to sew with, but she is going to be so beautiful when it's done. Now, the last time I sewed with a fabric like this, I made the Pattern Emporium Be Mine blouse. You can find it right here. And I loved it, you guys. I loved it. And it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be because, as I said, it had minimal seams. And I think I need to do something very similar with this fabric because she's gorgeous, isn't she? Look at this. My God, I'm sweating like a pig. You guys, please forgive me. I can't even put the fan on because the sound of the fan impacts the quality of the audio for my videos. So hey, we're sweating. We're sweating. It's hot. No, this fabric was a last minute purchase. I was at the cash register already, and I was like, give me a sec. Let me just double back and get a piece of fabric. And I bought this fabric because I have this fabric already. And I was looking at it in the store and I thought the colorway that I have is different to this colorway. It is this fabric right here. I shared it very recently with you guys. What was I making? I was doing something here on the channel, and this was one of the fabrics that I had in mind. It might have been my So Phoenix recreation look for the So Phoenix challenge. I'll go ahead and pop it in here. And I just couldn't resist having this one. I was like, it is gorgeous. I love it. Despite all the oranges in it, I loved it. So I got myself 2 yards. I might make a blouse, but I also might make the saltwater slip by Friday Pattern Company. I recently made that one up here on the channel as well. And I was pleasantly surprised at how much I loved it. Now, I had made it before, but if you want all the deets on what happened to those previous makes, why I hadn't finished it, why one ended up in the bin and all that jazz, then go check out the video. But this might just become another saltwater. And even though it's only 2 yards, I feel like because of the silhouette of that pattern, I can squeeze out the slip using this fabric. So we've got like 4 more pieces to show you, 1 more with lots of color. Actually, let me not ruin it. Let's just continue. All right, the next one is a printed linen fabric, you guys. And I loved the printed linen fabrics in the shop, but they were expensive. They were pricey. And so I limited myself to just getting one. And it is this. Ooh, ooh. Again with the greens and the blues. This is actually the fabric that I was telling you guys about that had a little bit of purple in it, and I thought that the solid airflow fabric in purple would complement this quite nicely. So maybe I should be making like a skirt or a pair of flowy trousers with this one, and then I can pair it with that fabric for a blouse. But I don't know. I equally feel like this will be gorgeous as a dress. But when don't I think something would be gorgeous as a dress? Like dress, 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 dress. I love a dress. Like I love a dress. All right, so those are all of my very super colored prints. So you probably can guess what's coming up next. My favorite, black and white. So the first black and white print I got almost 5 yards, you guys. Again, I asked for 3 yards, but what was left on the bolt, she was like, I can't cut it. And I was like, ooh, just give it to me, girl. Just give it to me. I love it. This black and white print is everything and then some. I love her. It is a rayon fabric, and I have no idea what I'll use it for. None at all. But I was not going to leave it. I could not leave this one. She is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The next black and white print I got is this pebble print. Oh, you guys, look at it. It is beautiful. This is also a rayon, and I think this one might be 3 yards. I think this one is 3 yards. But I love this. I really, really love this. Like, there's not much to say. It's black and white, and it's a print. That's just me. It's like my signature. Black and white and print. Oh my God. Whew, this is embarrassing, you guys. Oh my Lord. I just realized I lied. I got another printed linen fabric. I thought I had just gotten one, but clearly I got more than one, because this is the very last fabric that I have to share with you guys for this video. And it is another printed linen. And it is in an animal type print, you guys. This one is black on white, so I guess white and black, whereas the other two were black and white, like white on the black, whereas this one is black on the white. So this one is a little bit different, but she's gorgeous. I think, again, I got 3 yards of her, and I have absolutely no clue what I want her to become. But like the other like 15 fabrics that I shared with you, I couldn't leave her. These fabrics will get sewn up eventually, First, we have to pre-wash them, then I'll fold them and put them nicely away, and I will wait for them to cry my name from their storage spots. Make me, make me, make me, make me. When I think of the perfect, let me put perfect in quotation marks because I might do it and then think, oh, I could have done something else. But the point is, I will wait for these fabrics to speak to me, as I do in most cases. Usually, I have an idea and then I will open my stash and go through, and then something will jump out at me, and I was like, oh, yes, this will go with the pattern that I have in mind. Sometimes, very occasionally, like I have the fabric in my mind and I want to find a pattern that goes with it. And then I come across something, maybe an inspiration picture over on Pinterest, or maybe I'm flipping through my patterns for whatever reason, and I think, oh, this is going to be perfect for that fabric. So, yeah, none of it is like a rush other than the special project that I have coming up. So they can chill out in my stash for a while. Hopefully not too long. Hopefully I can move them into my closet sooner rather than later because they're really beautiful pieces. At least they are in my opinion. But yeah, we will see. So drop me a comment down below and let me know which was your favorite piece of fabric and what are your recommendations or suggestions for what I should do with any of these pieces. I like to hear what you guys recommend. Sometimes your recommendations become my reality. Other times I add your recommendations to like my storage bank and I think, ooh, in the future, I might want to try out this pattern. So please don't be a stranger. Let's move the conversation from off the screen to down below in the comment section. Now, if you enjoyed today's video and you enjoyed seeing all of my goodies, despite all of the sweat that I have going on, then please go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. It's so easy to forget to do the thumbs up. It probably doesn't make much of a difference in your mind, but as a YouTuber, it does make a difference. Like the algorithm needs that kind of thing in order to, I guess, show my videos to other interested people. So do your girl a favor and thumbs up. Now, if you have gotten this far in today's video and you're not a subscriber, please also consider subscribing. If you enjoy today's content and you think that, you know, we could par, then let's go ahead and be YouTube friends. Now, you guys, I really need to go and take this makeup off my face. And I need to have a shower because this is unacceptable. I am going to probably toss those fabrics to the side for now. It is quite late and I need to get my kids ready for bed and all that jazz, you know, those mommy duties. So we are going to wash them though before they mix and mingle with my other fabrics. I cannot use fabric that has not been pre-washed. It is one of my pet peeves. Diana, I can see you watching this video and rolling your eyes, but I don't care, sis. We pre-wash our fabrics over here. Anyways, that is it. So thank you guys so much for chilling with me for today's video. And until next time, stay calm, stay cool, stay safe, and you know what to do. Keep watching. Peace.